Once upon a time, there was a school principal named Mrs. Johnson who was struggling to handle the students in her school. The students were always causing trouble and misbehaving in class, making it difficult for the teachers to educate them properly. Mrs. Johnson decided to take action and came up with a plan to handle the students. She called a meeting with all the teachers and asked for their input on how they could improve the behavior of the students. The teachers suggested that they start implementing a reward system for good behavior, as well as a consequence system for bad behavior. They also suggested that they start having regular meetings with the parents to discuss the progress of their children. Mrs. Johnson took these suggestions into consideration and decided to implement them. She started working with the teachers to create a reward system that would motivate the students to behave well in class. They came up with a point system, where the students would receive points for good behavior and lose points for bad behavior. The points could be redeemed for prizes at the end of each month. In addition to the reward system, Mrs. Johnson also implemented a consequence system for bad behavior. The consequences ranged from detention to suspension, depending on the severity of the behavior. Lastly, Mrs. Johnson started having regular meetings with the parents to discuss the progress of their children. She found that involving the parents in the process helped to create a better support system for the students and improved their behavior in class. Over time, the students started to respond positively to the new systems that were put in place. They were motivated to behave well in class in order to earn points and redeem them for prizes. The consequence system also helped to deter bad behavior. Thanks to Mrs. Johnson's efforts and the support of the teachers and parents, the school was able to create a more positive and productive learning environment for the students.